So years ago, I was married to a woman.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Oh.
Right. And this other woman, apparently, every day before, like when she'd go to church, she'd walk up to the preacher man and say, I've got just a few questions for you.
Just a few.
Just a few.
And what, an hour later? No.
And she was taken aside and told, the worst thing you can do is before the service, walk up to the preacher and say, I just have a few dozen questions for you. Right? So meanwhile, this
You'd
woman...
love it, because you'd tie it all in.
I definitely would.
I know.
I've got bandwidth.
You have.
Bob Chambers didn't. But I seem to digress.
Bob Chambers.
Yes, that's his initials. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, he's dead now. We're allowed to talk ill about him.
BC. Okay.
That's right. So, but before...
Sorry.
But you get what our lives are like, right?
Yes.
Right before the show, she comes up and shoves her hand in my face
Yes.
and says, "Sniff by."
Yeah. No, I said you could get me this.
Yeah,
He's
that's right.
asking for birthday present
Ideas. Welcome to another exciting episode. Yes. Elizabeth, she's not like the rest.
Yeah.
And of TT&V and all this stuff.
Yeah, feel a real fun show for all.
That's right.
On, what is the date? It's getting very close to birthday month.
That's right. It's almost birthday month. And I don't know.
It's the 30th of July, 2024.
That's right. And today we're going to suggest the Feel It Real Power Pack. Because a lot of people don't have that, and that drives me nuts, right?
Yeah.
But more on that some other time.
More on, yeah.
Yeah, we'll more on that. Right.
That's right.
Right. So today we're going to explore the power of pondering. The power of pondering.
And I said, I haven't even read any of it, but I did say to 20, and I just realised maybe what we should call it is Pooh's Power of Pondering.
Winnie the Pooh.
Because you love alliteration.
And I love Winnie the Pooh.
And I love Winnie the Pooh. And,
and you're my honey.
To sit with his little pot of honey.
That's right.
A pondering.
Pondering. Here we are, yes. A pondering. So today we're going to solve a couple of problems. The persistence problem, right? And that whole thing of like reprogramming your subconscious mind.
Loads of
alliteration. Right? So, Renee. Welcome.
Hello,
Frank.
Renee.
All right. Galaxy. All right.
Who was that? Rox or someone?
I don't know.
Right.
They've come and they've gone.
They've gone. Okay, see ya.
See ya, right?
No.
Yeah. All right. So, Victoria.
Yes.
So, today we're going to solve the persistence problem, because a lot of people persist on persisting, and they have a problem with it. And they also want to reprogram their subconscious minds.
Yes.
By the way, the subconscious mind, I'm told, is very literal. It has no sense of humor. It's like, oh my God. Yeah. You know, that woman, not you, right?
Yeah.
Because I call her that woman.
That's your subconscious.
Her name begins with V.
Oh,
no, that woman that would go to Bob Chambers' initials.
Oh, the
right?
BC, yes.
Yeah. Like, apparently Bob was very literal and had no sense of, no, actually she didn't have any sense of.
Right.
Anyway, I appear to digress.
Yes.
Galaxy, on inviting the cool kids. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So, Victoria, today we're going to start with a quote about a funny little man.
A funny little man.
A funny little man. Neville said
Bob
he was
Chambers?
funny. No, it's not Bob Chambers. No, he had a brown aura. God, I remember I'd go to. Yeah.
That's pretty murky, mucky, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah, he would talk about the homosexuals and stuff. I go, damn, look at that
Aura.
It's like solid brown and like 1.5 inch thick. It's like almost like Kevlar. But I digress.
Okay.
So, Victoria, we're going to talk about a funny little man. Yes, we'll start with a quote. It's a
Yes.
pretty massive quote.
Yes.
And it's a lot of good fun.
A massive quote. So
By the way, look how
therefore,
handsome I am.
if you want to read
darn it.
along, check the show notes.
Yeah, that's right. Check
Because
the
if it's
show
a long
notes.
quote, I'm
Yeah,
not
she's not
typing
going to
it all
type
in.
it all in. That's
Yes.
right.
Okay. So, Neville said, I was introduced to this little man who sat just one row below. Strange, weird little fellow. And then they told me his story.
I love stories like
I
this.
haven't heard this quote before.
Oh, this is one of those rare quotes, and because of Beth, it's in today's show.
Oh, good on you, Beth.
And we've done probably 2,000 shows.
Yeah.
And this is one of those rare quotes
Well,
we haven't
even
used.
more than that now, definitely.
Probably, yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's right.
Probably.
So this show will not be like the rest either.
No, okay.
That's right.
He wanted to have oil, so he would sleep on the land itself. He didn't build some little shack. He slept right on the ground. Oh, I vaguely remember this, but probably not in a show. With his head to the ground, he would hear oil coming in. he would smell oil, and he would come home sometimes in the morning at 6 a.m. and his wife was distraught.
That's right.
Distraught!
Distraught, I said.
When he put his head on that earth and began to listen, who was listening? If you would say to him, "What are you doing?"
What are you doing?
He'd say, "I'm smelling oil." That's what he would say. He called on the name of God. I am smelling oil. I am hearing oil. He brought it all in.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Now, he didn't walk around affirming oil. He didn't try to talk himself into oil. He didn't buy a painting with the secret numbers on it and all the stuff, the frequencies of oil. Right?
Yeah.
By the way, I just think that shit's nutty. I got some friends that do that stuff. Love ya. But I think it's nutty as fuck. Right? Just saying, it denies the truth about you that sets you free. But I seem to digress.
Sorry, I'm just going to be 1 minute. Keep going.
Right.
He's tugging on the pillow.
Gross.
He thinks it's Emmett.
Hey, quit fucking the pillow. All right. So, ready? Jesse, welcome to the show. Yes. Right. So, here's the thing, guys. What did the guy do? He didn't try to talk himself into oil. He didn't affirm himself into oil. He didn't persist into oil. He surrendered into experiencing it. He pondered oil. And now I want everyone to sing along. Ready? Joe Weldon, sing along. Where are you at? Ready?
Yes.
Here we are a-pondering. Hoo-ha. But I seem to digress. Victoria. Right? So this guy didn't order the painting and didn't look up the numbers and didn't activate the brainwave frequencies and didn't do all this. He didn't find oil like incense. Right? So he could get incensed about it. Right? Yeah. He decided to ponder into, wander into oil, Trevor. Ready? Read that next quote, Victoria, just for fun.
So when the desire is upon you, that is the time to accept your wish in its fullness.
All right. Ready? He wasn't Jed Clampett. Great question, Colby. Right? Yeah. Up to the round came a bobbling crude. Right?
Well, that is.
I tell you what, I loved me Ellie Mae.
Gold.
Ellie Mae. Right? I was just a little guy back in, and Ellie Mae, she was like an older woman to me. Like, God damn, right? So anyway, here I am now, like at 58. She's too young for me. I look at her and go, oh, that's like jailbait, right? Ain't it funny how times are changing?
They do, yeah.
Right? So this whole thing, right? So let's talk about the problem with persisting. Right? Did the funny little man persist? And you get he did it more than once. But he rested in the experience and the exploration and the enjoyment of oil.
And hearing oil. And it's just
sort
gorgeous.
of like dinner.
All the gates.
Yeah. Dinner's cooking.
Yeah.
You can see it. You can smell it.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, Joe Weldon, she was the original Daisy Dukes. That's right. Now the second thing is,
yes.
Right? Let's talk about the neurology of biology. Yeah, that too, right? Yeah, hashtag neurology and biology.
Biology actually was my most favourite subject at school.
Mine was trigonometry.
Well, not even most favourite.
Trigonometry
Everything
and geometry.
Else I hated, but I love biology.
I love trigonometry and geometry because it was all about triangles. And in front of me sat Tony Truitt.
Oh,
right?
that's why.
And I just made every triangle out of Tony Truitt. It was great. But I seem to digress. Now, she was a lovely girl.
Sorry, what's Gail got there? So would that...
be like the Sabbath. Now here's what's really cool. So we surrender into the Sabbath. We don't bust our ass to get there. We surrender into it. Great question, Gail. So here's what happens, right? We buy into bullshit. Like, gosh, yeah, like, Jesus, God. You're like, no, you don't have to do that. Eat a little more fat and you're not constipated, right? Second, this whole thing of I must sufficiently impress upon my subconscious mind and reprogram my subconscious mind because my subconscious mind, this ain't hard, right? Now, here's the thing. Right? Gail says, can't spell neurology, so I can't hashtag it. Yeah, it's like numerology, but you take out the umer.
Yeah, no, she's doing nice.
Yeah, that's right. So here's what's really, really fun, right? So we do have neurology, You can develop a skill set in anything. You can develop a skill set in waking up like easily and effortlessly, or you can apply your skill set of this is hard to everything in life, including getting out of bed. Right? And here's the cool thing. You can apply skill sets to new skill sets. And so we could have this thing called, way back in the old days, I seem to digress a lot, but I never do.
We actually touched a little bit like this on the call yesterday.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
Hey, some of y'all missed it. Most of y'all missed it, right? Because we only got 17 members.
Yeah.
But I seem to digress.
Yes.
So back in the old days, I had 2 DEC Rainbow computers. And they were awesome. The cool thing about a DEC Rainbow computer, it used 2 different operating systems. You could use CP/M or DOS. This is way back in the old days.
It's really old.
So you could, you essentially had 2 computers. All you had to do is flip in a different operating system, right? Why did they crash? Here's the reason why they never went anywhere. They had serial printer. They had a serial cable for the printer. In other words, it took you 9 months to print 1 page. It's like that ex-wife of mine who would bug Bob Chambers.
I remember, sorry, just an aside, I remember we had one of those printers at one of the jobs.
Oh, no. You would have had the printer, but you probably didn't have the serial printer.
No, we didn't.
So you probably had
the one with the 9 pin or 11.
Yeah, those were dot matrix. Yes.
Oh, right.
But when you hook but a real computer had a dot matrix attached to a parallel printer cable. So at least it would go serial printer cable. See, parallel processing is like a California highway. 24 lanes going in one direction, right?
Right.
Take all that and you send it down the back alley behind Beth's house. It never goes anywhere, does it, right?
So that's our IT lesson.
Yeah, that's your IT lesson. So
Yes.
the DEC Rainbows became worth nothing. I let my buddy Jim have them both because Jim liked geeking around with shit, right? Which was fun.
They're probably worth a fortune.
Probably
now.
worth an absolute fortune right now,
Antiques.
right? I can't tell you the amount of shit I've given away worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it was good fun. And here's why I say this. Ready? If you try to, all right, so I'm going to reprogram my subconscious mind and counter its own programming with new programming. I'm 58 years old of subconscious programming.
That's a lot of
if we're going to buy into that bullshit, it's going to take me 58 years to unprogram and 58 to reprogram, right? On the other hand, some gentle parallel processing called pondering. Some gentle parallel processing called pondering. It's called opening up. And when you open up to something, that's when the cool shit shows up. So trying to force everything through a little linear right? Oh, hey, I owned a DEC Rainbow. I owned 2 of them, right? Look it up, DEC Rainbow. DEC Rainbow, right? Yeah. But on the other hand, once you go to parallel processing, hoo-ha, and that's called pondering. What did this guy do? He slept. Right? On the land, smelling it, feeling it, letting it like ooze through his beingness. He didn't try to figure it out all linear like. See, I can watch on coaching calls, right? I watch people and I go versus opening up to wow, aha moments. You get how literal this is? This is your neurology, your biology, and quit fucking my pillow.
I know.
I love you too.
Bruce.
I love you too.
They're my pillows now.
yeah, quit fucking mom's pillow.
I took Dad's away. All right.
All right. So I think that was pretty good. The Power of Pondering. Thanks, Beth. This is inspired by Beth's question.
Thank you, Beth. That's ace.
Cool.
Oh,
So,
got fluff on the hat.
anything you want to add into the...
No.
Oh, now we're going to get Emmett. That's great. We got all the pillows. Now we're going to get Emmett.
Yeah, it's better get Emmett. Except you're going to hear it in a sec. So tell us, what we want to know is, what was your hashtag strawberry bit?
That's right.
Well, I loved how Gail said she can't hashtag neurology.
And she spelled it excellently.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I loved my bit about poo pondering. I think that's ace.
You know, what if you actually started... I love Pooh, because Pooh was always busy doing nothing because nothing led to something.
Exactly.
Right?
That's the wandering and wondering.
And this, all you guys that are missing out on Destiny.
Destiny Project.
You're missing out on a lot.
Yeah.
Right? So literally this wandering into wonder.
Yeah.
right? It just it opens up parallel processing.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to a parallel universe. Yeah.
No. What was your hashtag Stroppy Bits?
Just having some fun with this because I had no idea what the show was going to be about.
No.
So I pondered the show. I opened up to it, right? And it's like, oh, all right, you know what I got? A whole lot of nothing. And I said, yo, Beth,
Leads
listen.
to something.
Right?
Yes.
So I opened up and I got, yo, Beth. I'm like, all right, yo, Beth, right? Yeah. And Beth said whatever Beth said. And I wrote back, right? And I opened back up again and I wrote back, pondering. Beth, how'd we do with your question, your request?
Yeah.
How'd we do? Just give me a scale, right? From 1 to 10, right? So, and this is what's cool to me. Okay. I used what we're teaching to come up with this. And of course, like in this one quote, the bottom one, I use all the time. The top one, I've probably used 5 times in 20 years, but I still love it.
Yeah, it's lovely.
So, Beth is
And
awesome.
It's awesome. It's not really on a 1 to 10, but that's fine.
Yeah. There's a 10.
Oh, there's a
Thank
10.
you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get an 11. There's no 11 button in your neighborhood.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Excellent. So they were our hashtag Strawberry Bits.
Hoo-ha.
Meanwhile,
Hey, you guys in the Destiny Project, maybe I'll put this in Remarkable too, but I'm going to talk about 2 kinds of trust, or actually 2 kinds of people and how they experience trust differently. So I just invite y'all who are watching this, explore how do you notice trust? What happens when you trust? But I seem to
don't go
digress.
there. No. I'm joking.
That's right. Yeah. Smell this. Smell by. Smell what?
Excellent. And, Remarkable. Well, that's joinremarkable.com.
Yeah, do that. Join
Do that
Remarkable.
whenever you like. You can't get into
Yo,
this
Tin.
at the moment.
All right. Tin's here.
Tin.
Hey, Tin. I need a Tin song. What's a Tin song?
I don't know.
There's a story about a lovely lady. That's what I got. Love you, Tin.
Lovely.
Hoo-ha.
Okay. And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right. And yes, Galaxy. So in the Destiny Project, we have a call in a few days again, Sunday, USA Sunday, and that'll
Then
be
we do one
the 4th. And then we have the Remarkable call the week after that, and then we come back.
For a 4th call. It's going to be
But
nice.
I seem to digress. All
Cool.
right.
Excellent.
I do need a good Tin song.
Is there something about way 10?
Jingle tin, jingle tin.
We'll think of one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's coming. It'll come. Love you guys. Have a lovely day. My name is Mr. 2020.
I'm Victoria.
And go do what we said. See ya.
See ya.